What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. Today, we are going to be talking about Shiba Inu, yes, and running over what I think Shiba Inu will do in the big picture, as well as the short term. Before we get started, you guys, hit that subscribe button if you are not a subscriber to this channel. Also, if you've been enjoying these videos, share them with your friends. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So let's start off here on the daily candlesticks. And the very first thing I want to point out is how prices are starting to round out on Shiba Inu. Now, we obviously have to have price start to make the right side of this. We have the left side of a rounded bottom, and we need prices to go ahead and make higher highs and higher lows to go ahead and confirm the right side of this rounded structure. Now, this can happen pretty quickly. If it happens like what happened right here, which this is very similar to that as well, by the way, then the vertical move can actually start to happen pretty quickly, and it'll still look rounded, but it can come like that, right? And it can be a pretty sharp move. And so if it behaves anything like how Shiba did when it broke out of its last bottom, and it will be pretty vertical. If it takes a little bit longer, then it could round out like this. You know, you could obviously have it build up in momentum before it really takes off. But either way, I actually do expect a reversal here on Shiba Inu, and I do expect prices to start to make higher highs and higher lows. And whether that's a very vertical break or whether that takes a little while here to build momentum, overall, this coin is very undervalued down here, and it is remarkably similar to the way that the market looked and behaved at its last bottom. So overall, here on the daily, this looks pretty good. Let's go into the smaller time frame. But here on the 15-minute candlesticks, right away you can see prices basically have been rising in the short term. Dropping out to the 45-minute, we see that prices are in a short-term downtrend. Yeah, we're in a downtrend here, but we did actually break out of a wedge structure. So here on the 45-minute, we did break out of a falling wedge pattern, and this could be the early sign of more momentum up. So yeah, the 45-minute could be reversing here as well. So another thing I want to point out is how Shiba Inu is actually following the same bottom pattern that Bitcoin did back in 2015. So as you guys can see here, the way that these markets bottom out, there's kind of a similar structure a lot of times to the way the human psychology is remarkably similar, and it ends up repeating over and over again. Now, when Bitcoin went from being worth $250 right here up to $500 right here, before it did that, it did a bottom pattern that looks identical to Shiba Inu currently. And so a breakout here on Shiba Inu is absolutely possible. And I do absolutely believe that Shiba Inu will end up breaking bullish out of this pattern. We obviously have to wait and see, but I do think that Shiba will break out of this. That's my personal views on the market. And yeah, I'm pretty bullish on Shiba Inu. And it's one I get a lot of people wanting me to make videos about and update about. So, figured I would make a video about it today. If this does happen, then Shiba Inu will break out here pretty strong over the next couple of months. And then after that, it should continue to see higher highs and higher lows and really break out in the big picture, basically until it can break above its all-time high, which is what I'm really watching for with a lot of these projects, because I expect a big picture bull market to continue in crypto. And, I'm not the only person that believes this, by the way. I've been talking a lot about a roaring 20s coming around. And then I was pretty happy to see that Cathie Wood also believes that we have all of the same characteristics that are necessary for us to head into a roaring 20s and then basically a Great Depression afterwards. Now, she obviously doesn't think this is good, and I agree with her. I wish that the economy wasn't set up in such a way that we create these huge bubbles and then crash it so hard afterwards. It's not really healthy or good, but we do have all the same characteristics that would be necessary for us to head into a roaring 20s, just like we did before the Depression. And then, of course, we would have a Great Depression shortly after. So yeah, overall, I expect a reversal here in Shiba Inu, and I expect prices to really start to take off. We're really undervalued. A lot of people are going to panic sell down here. It's the same human emotion of every market cycle ever. It really doesn't matter what you're looking at. Dogecoin looks a lot like Bitcoin in 2015, and it's really interesting to me that Shiba Inu also looks like Bitcoin back here in 2015. So we'll have to see what happens to these coins. But I am bullish on Shiba Inu and ultimately the crypto market as a whole. So yeah, this is definitely one I think could see a strong reversal. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if December is actually quite bullish for Shiba Inu. And one more thing here, you guys, Shiba Inu in the big picture, you can obviously look at the entire chart here using charts.cointrader.pro. And you can see the whole cycle. And you guys can easily see that this coin had a new paradigm or blow off top up here. And now that it's all the way back down here, this coin is pretty clearly in that phase of the market cycle where we're in despair and depression. A lot of people are going to be panic selling. They're going to have given up on this coin. And that's right where prices end up returning to that mean level, which basically means they go vertical and they go back to this blue line right here is the first place that they go test. And then after that, they start breaking out above. And eventually, they end up getting above their last all-time highs. And ultimately, that is what I expect to happen with Shiba Inu. The way that I look at Shiba Inu is that we're in that despair phase. It's just exactly like Bitcoin here at 3K. Back in 2018, before Bitcoin rallied up to its mean line. In other words, it went back up above this white line here in the background. And I really wouldn't be surprised to see Shiba Inu head up towards its mean line as well, now that it is also in the depression phase or that despair phase of its market cycle. So yeah, that means ultimately Shiba Inu can reverse here and in the big picture start to head back up above its all-time highs. And the halving on Bitcoin is in 2024, which really coincides with an area on the chart that kind of looks like Shiba Inu would be breaking its all-time high, potentially by around that time. And so that's really interesting to me as well to know that the halving lines up here with that phase where the market could really be breaking out on Shiba Inu. So yeah, ultimately, you guys, I'm bullish on Shiba Inu and the crypto space as a whole. I like to buy stuff that's undervalued, and that's pretty much what I see with Shiba Inu and a lot of crypto. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, just figured I'd make a video about Shiba Inu today. And I appreciate you guys tuning in. Happy Friday, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe. Also, we have the VIP and the Mastermind live webinars, which, by the way, we've got our webinars tomorrow. If you're in the group, look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. So the VIP and the Mastermind are really the two different options you can pick in order to get started in these markets and get profiting and take advantage of the learning material that we have here at High Altitude Investing. So yeah, the Mastermind is live webinar and the VIP is signals, entries, community, Discord. Of course, the Mastermind includes everything in the VIP as well, but just includes the 3 months of live webinars on top. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Reach out to me via email to join one of those two programs, and I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.